general market trends, the market's still subdued, investors still sitting on the fence. How much longer is this going to go on for?
Yes, I didn't get that, please.
I'm saying your views on the market and for how much longer the market can be in the red?
Yeah, for some time now, especially if you look at the greater part of this quarter, the market has been in the red. And I expect that for the remaining part of this quarter, it's going to continue to be in the red because of so many issues that have remained unresolved in the markets, particularly if you look at the banking crisis that CBN and other stakeholders have not been able to resolve fully. And I believe that the market will not make any move towards being the positive end until those issues are resolved completely. And if you also look at the facts, that the market now, presently, there's a local apathy towards investment in the market. What we have is that the market is driven largely by foreign direct investors. And even the bargain hunters that are in the market are there purely for speculative purposes. So until all these issues are resolved, the market will continue to be in the red. But the good thing is that why we remain optimistic is that with the setting up of the economic management team led by the present president, we hope that things will likely improve in the next 1 or 2 months, and we'll begin to see some slight movement in the market in the days to come.
Linus, September 30th is now just over a month away. Is it going to be smooth sailing for the rescued banks and their mergers?
I don't think so completely, but there is high hope that as we approach the September deadline for banks to recapitalize, we expect that the extra general meeting that will be called, that some of those banks will be able to get their shareholders to approve the TIA agreement, particularly between Oshoni Bank and Eco Bank, and also between Sterling Bank and Equatorial Trust Bank. But I foresee a situation where the board of those banks will ensure that they were able to get those approvals from their shareholders by making sure that those shareholders that will likely give them problem are prevented from the venue, but this will be unethical. But they might likely take that action and get the necessary approvals, and this might also lead to another round of court cases. So we would suggest that the management of those banks that have signed the TIAs should ensure that they're able to get all these approvals before September deadline to avoid any further court cases, so that this capitalization can be brought down to a close as quick as possible.
Many people were quite excited with the July inflation figure coming in at 9.4%, but some have tempered that view, saying going forward, it's not a guarantee that inflation is going to continue to decline, particularly with the minimum wage that the government now has to start paying out has increased, that new minimum wage bill coming to the fore. What are your views for inflation going forward?
Yeah, clearly, a lot of us were excited when we saw the inflation figure dropping below the single digit as expected, because that had been CBN plan. Well, that's why they've been, tightening the monetary policy for some time now, and you can see that for about 4 times this year, CBN has actually hiked the MPR in order to bring down inflation. But there's still so much pressure, that's going to stoke up inflation in the days ahead. So our view is clearly that even though if inflation is below the single digit now, it cannot be sustained in the near term because of the 18,000 minimum wage that is going to be implemented across, the country and the states of the federation. Then if you also look at the fact that the price of diesel and energy costs is still very high in the country, then if you also look at the fact too that there is still so much liquidity in the system, especially as injected by about 1 trillion have been injected into the system in the last 2 months through the FAC allocation, and also the currency in circulation has also hit the 1 trillion mark. So at the end of the day, all this will contribute to stoke inflation, and we may see that even as the MPC meets sometime in September, we may see inflation even going above the single-digit inflation. So as we approach the year end, I do not see inflation remaining below the single digit. Probably it will going to close around 11 to 12%.
What's going on with the Naira, Linus? It seems to be feeling some pressure, despite internationally we're seeing some issues around the dollar, but the Naira trading above 155 Naira, whereas Monday it was 151. What's going on here?
Yeah, what we are seeing, in the foreign exchange market is a reflection of what is happening in the international economy as we are beginning to feel the pressure of either to maintain our external reserves or CBN continue to support or defend the naira in the market, because CBN has not been able really to meet all the genuine demand in the market. And as CBN tries to meet all the genuine demand in the market, they're going to be pressure, on our external reserves. And with the development in the international economy, which has been putting pressure on the oil prices, and it's making it difficult for Nigeria to even, accrue more reserves. So we expect that CBN is likely going to, decide to accrue more foreign reserves rather than defending the naira. And that's why you have seen that CBN has not been able to, meet all the genuine demand in the foreign exchange. Last week, Monday, the naira traded around 151.01 naira. And on Wednesday, it depreciated further to about 151.35. And just yesterday, it fell again to 151.85. So we're likely going to see that this trend may likely continue as long as the development in the international economy does not favor us. And CBN has to make a choice either to defend the naira or probably allow the currency to depreciate.
Okay.
So we're likely going to see a situation where they may likely vote for maintaining our external reserves, keep it higher while allowing naira to fluctuate.